Hello everyone, this is Archana, head of middle school at Indus International School, Hyderabad. We have a bunch of wonderful enterprising girls here of grade 6 who are working on innovation project, and they're going to introduce themselves. Go on, girls.
Hi, I'm Lishrita. Hi, my name's Adinima.
And my name's Sahasra.
And I'm Shakir.
Okay, so let's talk about your project. Can you give us a brief? What is your project about?
Our project is about water sanitation. It's providing clean water to people that live around lakes. And first we started small with the Mokila Lake.
So Mokila Lake is the neighborhood lake, right?
Yeah.
Which is close to our school, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do over there? Did you go and check how's the lake? Is the lake dirty or...
No, while we're coming to school, we can see the lake. So many people fish over there.
Okay.
So sometimes the fishing thread breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So they throw it over there. They just leave it. They never take it home or try to fix it or something. They just throw it over there, and many people do that. So it's a bit dirty, and they get thirsty or something, and they take their water bottles and they drink water and throw the plastic bottle over there.
Yeah.
So that is the problem you identified, right?
Yeah.
On that lake, I saw some plastic covers and bottles floating on the lake, but I couldn't do anything about it.
Okay. So now what is your plan?
So we actually were planning for our prototype. We actually had 2 prototypes in the beginning, but our wonderful teacher, Miss Bindu, she told us to start small with one of our more easier prototypes. So it's basically going to be a boat. It has a net, and it's supposed to get all the floating trash floating, and we're trying to work on getting the trash under the water too. And I brought up an idea that we should also add water testers, pH testers, TDS testers to it, so it can connect to the remote, we can see it, and it's more easier. If we want to go around spreading awareness, we have physical proof of how dirty water is.
That's big. So for that you need money. So
Yes.
did you do anything to get that money? I guess you did, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
We made a wonderful bake sale.
Okay.
And it was really exciting to see many people come support our bake sale. And also I thank our wonderful teacher, Ms. Shayashi, for coming with us and helping with us.
She was a wonderful supervisor for us. She took time for herself and us, and she was standing there and helping all of us.
Oh, wonderful. That's so nice, isn't it? So how much money did you make?
We earned 8,500, and we also took boarder accounts, which the boarders cannot get money from their home because they stay at the school. So they have accounts, and we deduct the money from there.
Wonderful. So once you have this money, what do you plan to do with this money?
So we want to go we want to take helps from the team, and then we want to with the money we want to order stuff, and also with the steam we want to make some
So can we talk about? Sorry, I just. Can you talk more about STEAM? What is STEAM here? What is STEAM doing in your innovation project?
So here at our wonderful school, we actually have a program for STEAM, a period just dedicated to making robots, coding, and learning how to use that kind of technology. So now that Innovation Day is coming up, STEAM Sir is actually coordinating with us. He's making graphs and charts to try and help us.
Wonderful.
He's trying to help us make sure our prototypes come right. So since we couldn't find a boat that's big enough for it, he said that he'd actually help us and teach us how to 3D print with his printer, so we can get it to our custom size and get all the materials.
Okay, so all that you're going to do at school, is it?
Most of it, yes.
Most of it. Yeah.
But first we want to try it out in a small, not a lake or something, even smaller. We want to take we have 8,000, so we want to buy toys, boats and everything, and first try it with that, and then go on to a bigger solution how to make and use motors and everything.
So did you take any experts' help? Anyone that you interviewed and
Oh yes, for that we were for almost 4 or 5 periods for IC. We used to go out and take surveys from people.
Okay, surveys, and who are these people who used to talk to?
Classes.
We'd go to classes. The teachers would give us a few students. We'd survey. We almost got 40 people to do our survey.
So what was this survey about?
It was about like if they ever saw unclean water and if they ever like noticed and thought like
did they get affected by were they ever affected by the water pollution?
So do you understand that you're working on something called DTP?
Yes.
So can you tell us more about that? What is DTP? And where in DTP do you stand right now?
DTP is design thinking process. It's like the process where we can help, like it's like connected to IC. In multiple.
Can I just stop you? What is IC?
IC is innovation curriculum.
Oh, and that is very special to Indus International School, isn't it? Yes. Please go ahead. Then?
We took help from a lot of teachers, and we were only planning PYP, but then a lot of people came, and we were running out of food and stuff, which was like one challenge.
So we're talking about bake sale right now. Yeah. Talk about how big do you think this problem is for our society, for our community?
Well, it's kind of common, but we're just thinking about a new solution we can make.
So it's actually a very, very broad problem, vast. There are a lot of things in it. Water sanitation can not only include floating trash, it can include the small particles, and what if it's not a human activity? What if it's just over the years the water is just becoming more polluted? So we decided to just go with we definitely take the small particles, maybe there's gas, people are dumping that into it. We definitely see that, but we want to first work on the floating trash because that could help with the overall sanitation. It's very broad, it's very big, and a lot of people see it. Some people experience it, and we are really glad to be able to solve it.
Tell me one thing. Why Mokila? Why the schools, you could have chosen any other lake?
Yes.
Because it's near to the school and also it's small. Before going to bigger lakes, we want to test it out near us, and then if it works out, we want to go to bigger lakes and then we want.
First, we actually thought of Hussain Sagar, but it was really big.
So did you speak to any other organization which is already working in this field, or maybe is it your next plan?
It's our next plan because we wanted to make a prototype, and we wanted to go to an organization as more like a field trip for us. We wanted to speak to them about a prototype, how they can help us make it better, and what their understanding of water sanitation is.
So let's talk about your prototype. What is it going to look like?
It's like a boat with flaps, which carries the trash inwards. And for now, we're focusing on the top of the water. But after a while, once we develop the actual idea, the prototype, we're making the prototype now. A prototype is something that it's a design idea. It shows the function of the product you're gonna make and how it works, the parts in it.
Yes.
So it's like a boat with a motor for it to move, because it can't just stay in one place and collect the trash. So there's a motor under it, and it moves and collect trash while flapping the.
And also we have small holes, so the water
In the grid. There's a grid, a net.
so it has holes, and the water will cover, and then, but this plastic stays in it.
So is there any subject specific, something that you've learned in class that you are using it to something in science maybe, or in geography,
Yeah.
or in mathematics?
Yeah, we use a lot of mathematics and engineering to design a prototype. The first part of after you figure out what your problem is, the solution, and your the whole PPT, then you start with your prototype. Your prototype explains to other people what is it gonna look like. So we want to make it less work for people. If
there's people inside the boat that were rowing the boat. That would take a lot of time and a lot of effort. That's why we decided to put a motor.
And let's talk more about your, product. What it's going to be, what it's going to look like, what components are you going to use, what are the parts you already have, you want to get. So let's talk.
For the boat part, we want to order or we want to make it 3D printed.
Yes. And so it'll most likely be plastic. Do you want to add it? So it's gonna have the net, like Lashita said, so it can actually pick up the trash. We want to try and work on it picking up trash that got stuck below the river. Lake. We want it to pick that up too. So it'll overall make it a lot more cleaner. And how I was saying, water testers, we were thinking of adding ORP, TDS, dissolved oxygen tester, and the TDS, ORP, dissolved oxygen. This will help us look at the contamination of the water. So taking out the trash will overall either decrease it or increase it. We want to understand how it works, so we can we want to go around spreading more awareness on it too. This will also help stop it a little more. So let's say we went to Kondapur school. Most of us here know Telugu, so it makes it easier to interact with them.
And educate people on what should be done near the lake.
We could show them in a graph, a chart, how much trash we've collected with our boat. And let's say I can show them the pH. It checks the acidity of the water.
So is that a part of your plan?
Yes.
For the plan?
Yes.
Okay. So once you're done with your prototype, you're gonna create a product and then use that product in Mokila Lake.
Yes.
Then go on talking with the community, educate them on how to be next to the water body, right?
And you were
you want to say more? Go on.
You were asking how we used math in it.
Yeah.
So we use math for calculating more cheaper prices, because although we earned a lot, we still have to look in almost a budget, which is something we can use when we're older. So it's teaching us a lot by using different subjects in making our budget.
Well, that's a life skill.
Yes.
We all must have a budget to, we all have, limited money. We can't just go and spend it. So that's a life skill. Very good.
Getting all the materials and calculating the prices and then adding up all those, we're using maths.
Who is helping you to, procure these, materials?
STEAM sir and the design teachers too, Ms. Bindu and the IISH teachers. Yeah, they're all helping us gather the information about the pieces, how they work, how long they can last, and for what period of time will it will work and will it effectively clean the trash.
And if we're actually going deeper and if we want to collect the inside trash too, which is not only floating, we have to also make it not collect the animals inside it, because
right. So the fishes can be trapped in the net.
Yeah.
So what do you do about that?
We're not actually gonna harm them or something, but we're gonna create
So I was wondering how we would do that last night. So maybe there can be a specific, not a sensor, but some specific weight material that can check if it's a fish. Trash is more hollow or something, and I don't think there'd be something so heavy and moving. Yes, moving like a fish. So I feel if we did catch a fish, we could maybe use a sensor you said, to maybe check if something's moving. If it's moving, maybe you could tilt it. The fish could easily go out more. And since it's a net or a grid that we were actually thinking before, it might be easier for the fish to squiggle out.
There can be snakes as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of net are you using? Is the same net used for fishing?
We're gonna make an eco-friendly net, so when we're making the net, it won't harm the environment too.
Yes.
So it will be a good idea to find out what other people, other communities or other
Who face this problem.
companies are doing to tackle this the problem? What kind of nets or what kind of machinery are they using?
And also near the Mokila lake, I saw a lot of net pieces hanging around, like around the lake, and then maybe we can make the net biodegradable.
So thank you, girls, for talking with us and telling us about your journey. Wonderful DTP cycle that you're following, and steam etch lab that you're using in our school. Also, all the best for your journey, and let's see how far you go in finding more about the problem. What can you do about the problem? And yes, all the best.
Thank you.